a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within. And we are going to overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you, that they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. It is impossible. The family this IPOB belongs to the Most High. And that is how it's going to be. The Biafra comes and beyond to eternity. This evening, I want to place it on record that our enemies are intensifying their attack against us from every corner. I am saying this as a issue of complaints. I am trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. The time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very. The enemies are trembling, they are quaking, they are doing all they can to try to stop us. But they have failed very woefully. And they will continue to fail. But I want to tell you that we are gags from everywhere. From everywhere, all over the world. Very soon, they will buy over you. Some of you, they will buy you over. The spirit of Obadiah and the Ifajuna are still in you. When the time comes, they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask all of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not that if they succeed in buying you over, you're not going to stop what we are doing. You can't. You cannot. Not a trillion years. But I need you to appreciate one very fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed the same God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same God of Eheri in Aguleri, the same God of Umwe, the same Eri, the same God of Owe Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be known by the true God, one true God. You will know that indeed, not only omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very action. No human being can stop it. We have enemies. And we need to be very, very, both within and without, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything. And you are going to watch spectacularly how we are going to destroy and shame the enemy. At the end, every glory and adoration will belong to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening that some of you do not understand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who we have chosen before you are born. There were some people who, before they were born, to agitate for Biafra. This is a message for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong.
those of you who were choosing before,
Biafra will open the
because Biafra will open the eyes of the world. Everybody, Biafra will open the eye of even the blind.
eyes of black people all over the world, because Biafra will mean that
Biafra will mean that each and every one of you who has been blind and not able to reason will be able to reason once again. Biafra will restore the dignity of man.
blacks from America, blacks from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all.
Biafra is the only thing that can restore Africans, the black race.
Lord, into
What our leader said.
it will be like the time that Yeshua was born.
It will be like the time that they was born.
Biafra is like a light, a beacon. They will feel
like a light. It's like a beacon. Like a light, people will follow it. People will follow the light to know where it's going to lead them.
They will say, let us go and see what it is.
Exactly.
That is what colonialists do not want. They don't want Biafra.
The new colonialists don't want Biafra to come. They are fighting against Biafra. They are suppressing Biafra information, Biafra news. They don't want us to be free. They don't want us to be
Biafra to come. I understand.
So our leader is now telling everybody for you to understand.
The mountains, I didn't say one mountain.
For you to understand the obstacles we have to go through before we can arrive.
The mountain of us that we need to overcome. To overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're anything in life and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or your muscles. You go to your brain to endure, to persevere. And to keep going until you overcome. The stage we are in right now, to make sure that our brain is in gear to confront
Biafran, sorry, and
everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget $20 billion to fight us.
You can see the amount of money that is being budgeted to fight against Biafran freedom.
They can bribe Facebook, they can buy them off. They can
bribe Facebook, they can buy Instagram, they can buy YouTube, they can buy everybody. They can even buy X in order to make sure that our voice is not heard, so that they will continue to intimidate and harass our people. That is what is happening. Are we going to stop? Are we going to allow them to do that? We will continue to push for our freedom. We will continue to stand against our oppressors. We will continue to make sure
anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you've never had before.
Did you hear that? They can promise you heaven and earth. They will promise you houses in Dubai. They will promise you contract. They will promise you political positions. But one thing is very, very certain. You can never stop Biafra. They will promise you heaven and earth. You will not stop Biafra. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. So for all of you that are giving yourselves as an instrument of conquest in our land, you have already.
They can give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you, they can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president.
Did you hear that? They can promise you they will give you a house in Dubai, in America, in UAE, in UK, anywhere of your choice, in order to help them stop Biafra, just like Ngozi Fulani, Emma, and the DOS are doing. They have promised them, pay them money in order for them to help stop Biafra from coming. They have paid the governors, giving them positions in order for them to make Biafra not to come.
Promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very
Our leader is telling you that this very freedom, this very type of people chosen before they were born, they are not going to give out. They are not going to budge. They are not going to stand down. We can never capitulate. We can never surrender.
IPOB, this very hall is not going to move.
You hear that? This very hardcore is not going to move. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. The hardcores are here. We are here. We are not going to move an inch until Biafra is.
And I will tell you why we can't move.
We cannot move anywhere. We are not going anywhere. We will be here until Biafra is fully restored. That is a promise we are making to you. So if you like, make yourself an instrument of the Nigerian state. If you like, make yourself an instrument of the Nigerian state. We are here. We are going to make sure we are not going to budge. We are not going to allow you to succeed in your sabotage against our freedom. It's not going to happen because we want to be free out of the terrorist Nigerian state. So everything that the Nigerian government is doing to stop us from being free, we are not going to accept that. Never.
Section 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition, that's what it says. Any court.
We are not going to accept that. We are not going to accept anything short of freedom, our people. We are not going to allow that. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, they said they are trying him, even when they committed international crime against him, went all the way to Kenya and kidnapped him. But they think they can, legalize illegality. They can try a man who committed no crime. They can try a man legally, whom they illegally kidnapped from Kenya. Where does such laws apply? Such laws does not apply in civilized societies. No. Such laws can only apply in a kangaroo court. Such laws apply in autocratic societies. Such laws can only apply in a place where the rule of law is not adhered to, is not obeyed, where there is no respect for mankind. And the only place such law can apply to is in Nigeria. So I want you to listen to what Madike told them in their court. I want you to listen because it's very important that even Nigerians who did not go to school can take something out of what Ohamadike has to say. It is quite unfortunate the video is breaking because I'm using HubSpot. That's why. But I'm going to put this in order sometime. It's not easy, but I'm going to do that.
Somebody standing in trial or coming to try me is a terrorist. That's what they are.
Did you hear our leader? Did you hear Mazen Nandekano? Big to Kenya, kidnapped him and brought him here. The Nigerian law says that anybody who tries such a person or brings such a person or any court that tries such a person, that person is a terrorist or that court is a terrorist court. So now, you can use your tongue to count your teeth. Is Nigerian government not a terrorist government? Is their court not a terrorist court?
Section what me? As simple as that. Section 2, subsection 3F of Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition.
You hear that? He is even quoting their sections and their law for them. Mazen Nandikan is quoting their law and their section for them. These are people who said they went to school. These are people who said they educated the lawyer San. They say they are San. They are senior advocate of Nigeria. They don't know their law. They don't obey their law. They don't implement what their law says. They don't implement what their law says. They don't obey their law court. This can only happen in a terrorist enclave, in an evil contraption. It can only happen in an evil contraption. That is why it is happening in Nigeria. That is why what you see playing out in Nigeria today. Mazen Nandekano since 2021 has been on detention. He has been in detention since 2021 June up to this moment. And to allow Mazen Nandekano to even go for free medical attention because they know that he has no case to answer. They know Mazen Nandekano committed no crime. He committed no crime known to law. So ask me, why are they holding Mazen Nandekano? Why? Nigerian government must pay the price for the atrocities against our leader. So right now, I am going to go to the reason why we are here this morning, because I just want you to buttress the point that our leader was making here, that he has no case to answer. Mazen Nandekano has no case to answer. He should be a free man by now. He should be a free man because he has no case to answer. But Nigerian government has refused to release Mazen Nandekano. The politicians southeast are not speaking. They are all afraid of their lives. The politicians are very much afraid of their lives. Why they are not speaking? They are not saying anything because their lives will be in danger. Speak. Should they say anything about the continued detention of Mazen Nandekano? All these people are criminals. criminals. Nigerian politicians are criminals. They are only concerned about their own interests. They don't give a damn what happens to their citizens. Irrespective that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for Biafra. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a citizen of Ibe in Umuahia. He has representatives.
People must come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest enough? The Igbo people very in Kanu. Are they living of course it's Hausa land? Are they living in the forest? They came to the town. They work very hard. They build houses.
So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have representatives. There are people who say they are senators, they are representing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are even afraid to speak. There are people who say they are governor of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu state.
They build mansions, they develop it. Is that not what they do? What?
They are governors, but they are not governing the interests of their people. They are commissioners. They are not.
What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that they're pastoralists or aspiring to be a member of Security Council, move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century, moving aggressive. Which country is that? Tell me. These are people prepared for you to sell you down the drain. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, you rise up now to fight for your freedom. By the time Fulani with you, you'll be more useless than a house person.
This is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has to tell you. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, you are going to be more useless than the Hausa peasant. Okay? You are going to be more useless peasant. And that is why you see they are holding him hostage. They are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hostage in Nigeria. They are holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hostage. They are delaying the release of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are holding our leader hostage. What is his crime? What is the crime of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? For fighting for the freedom of his people. So this morning, we are here to appreciate Sowore, the convener of the October 20th protest for the release of our leader Mazi Nnamdi. Omoyele Sowore, the one-time presidential aunt of the Nigerian government. Omoyele Sowore is an activist. He's also the owner of Sahara Reporters. So Omori Sowore organized a protest for the release of our leader Nnamdi Kanu, and this is one of the fallout of the yesterday's protest. You can see justice delayed is justice denied. Hashtag Nnamdi Kanu must go. Hashtag free Nnamdi Kanu. Free Nnamdi Kanu protest was organized by Sowore, and we want to appreciate Sowore for doing that, because he is the only one who has the courage to tell the Nigerian government, just like Nnamdi Kanu, that Nnamdi Kanu need to be free. Sowore is the only man enough in that evil contraption that demonstrated how much he wants freedom for Nnamdi Kanu, justice for the oppressed. Even the politicians that have been crying, oh, what is Nnamdi Kanu still doing in detention? To free Nnamdi Kanu. Even the politicians who said they were going to join the protest, they were nowhere to be found. Not from the Igbo extraction, not from the Yoruba extraction, not even from the Hausa or Fulani extraction. Somebody like Atiku Abubakar said he was going to support the protest, but he was not there. The only protest we saw Atiku is coming with placards about his presidential ambition. Is that kind of person fight? No. He just wanted people to think that he supports the freedom of Nnamdi Kanu. What about Soludo? What about Ifeanyi Mba? What about the governor for Abia State that you people think that he's a governor, he does this, he does that? Why was he not in Abuja? All of them did in Abuja. Why could they not come out to protest for the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, for the freedom of Nnamdi? Not only for Nnamdi Kanu, but protest for justice, protest for equity, protest for fair play. That is what the protest should stand for. But it was not available. So we are thanking Sowore for standing out very strong for our leader, Nnamdi, making sure that protest went ahead yesterday. Very, 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 very important. We appreciate him for creating that awareness. The protest yesterday was not only echoed in Nigeria, it was also viewed all over Africa and all over the world, because injustice against one is injustice against all. The protest was streamed live on social media platforms. Some were screened on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on X, on Facebook, and all the rest of it. And we so much appreciate it. So we appreciate Omori Sowore for doing the needful. We appreciate him so much for also putting his life on the line, because he understands the Nigerian government very, very well. He understands the Nigerian government so well.
People must come out to say that enough is enough. When enough, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabangari in Kanu, living in are they living in the forest? They came to, they work very, they build houses, they build mansions, they develop the entire place. Is that not what they do? Are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that the past world aspiring to be a member of the UN Security Council, where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You Soviets, are you normal in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century, moving cattle from place to place. Tell me they're grazing. Which country? These people, they have prepared for you down the drain. By the time the Fulanis are done with you, believe you me, if you don't rise up now to fight for freedom, by the time Fulanis are done with you, you'll be more used to Hausa peasant. People must come out to say that enough is enough. When you travel to the north, do you live in the forest in the north? The Igbo people in Sabongeri in Kanu, are they living of course it's Hausa land, are they living in the forest? They came to the town, they work very hard, they build houses, mansions, they develop the entire place. Is that not what they do? What are Fulani people doing in our forest? Nobody can answer that question. They say that they're pastoralists. World aspiring member of the UN Security Council, where you move cattle from place to place. Are you people well at all? You so-called Nigerians, are you not in the brain? I'm asking you a simple question. Show me a country that aspires to be in the 21st century, moving cattle from.
Exactly. In the 21st century, moving cattle from place to place, say they are.
Place to place. Tell me that grazing countries that, please tell me.
They're grazing. No. These people are the foot soldiers that they are using to conquer indigenous people. These people are the foot soldiers that they are using for their conquest agenda. So when they see they are
these are people they have prepared for you to sell you down the drain.
By the time they finish with you, you go and find out what happens to the Hausa tribe. The Hausa tribe were subdued by these same people. The Hausa tribe was subdued by these same people. So these are the people they are using to sell each and every one of us down the drain. And we are not going to allow that to happen in Biafran territory, and that is why they are fighting our leader, Mazin Nandekano. So these are the protesters for the release of our leader, Mazin Nandekano. Even as the protesters were protesting yesterday, the Nigerian security agencies rolled out their military tanks, was shooting tear gas canisters, and was even shooting live ammunition. Shooting live ammunitions at people who were not even armed with anything. People who were only marching and singing songs. The Nigerian government went against them. Some were even arrested yesterday. What was their crime, or what is their crime? Crime is shouting, "Free Mazin Nandekano. Free Mazin Nandekano." That was only their crime. Tell me, in a society where can you not protest in this world? Only in Nigeria that the government will come against you. Only in Nigeria. And yesterday was a test for Nigeria as well. The international community's eyes was on Nigeria to see what the Nigerian government can do. And they place their signature they are known for. They actually showcase themselves with tear gas. People who are asking that man cannot be released. They were shooting them live ammunitions and tear gassing a lot of them. That is to show you what Nigeria is about. So if you are still a Biafran and you are thinking that Nigeria will be your country, you're wasting your time. You can hear what they are saying, and they can leave you. Because Mazi Kanu fought for everyone. Mazi Kanu continued to fight for the oppressed. That is why I'm on board yesterday from all walks of life, from across the Yorubas, the Hausas, even the Fulani, the Igbos. They came around yesterday to demand for the release of their leader, of our leader, Ike of Biafra, Mazi Kanu. So the protest was free and fair. Free and fair. But the Nigerian government did not allow the protesters to protest in a city. They were shooting them, tear gassing them, and even shot live ammunition. And some were arrested just for protesting. The continued detention of our leader, Mazi Kanu. So if you are listening to me, if you are listening anywhere, you can join us and make your contribution. Join us on the studio and make your contribution. Very, very, very important. Join us on the studio and make your contribution. Get all of you that went out yesterday to demand justice for Mazi Kanu. Yes, the result may have not been yesterday, but you people have set evidence. You people have demonstrated that yes, you are ready. You are ready to your destiny in your own hands. You are ready to call spade spade. You are ready to stand for what is right. That is what that demonstration meant yesterday. We really appreciate every one of you. More importantly, we appreciate Sowore. He made it happen. When cowards could not speak, when cowards could not speak, when cowards were afraid to speak, Sowore made it happen. So we appreciate so much. Really appreciate Sowore. So we say thank you, Sowore, for standing so strong and making it happen. We so much appreciate you. We so much appreciate you. We so much appreciate you, Sowore. You have demonstrated that you are a gallant man and you are fearless. We really appreciate you. So, Biafrans, you can join me on this and make your own contribution. Join me on the studio. Join me on the studio and make contribution. join me to make your contribution. Nothing is going to stop the freedom of the Biafran people. The Nigerian government have killed us enough. Killed us enough. They have harassed us enough, intimidating and harassing Mazin and the Khan. Their latest harassment. But we will tell them all across the world. It happened. It was not only in Nigeria that this protest was happening. It also happened in China. It also happened in Canada. So Mazin and the Kano have come an icon of hope to lots and lots of people. Yes, the Nigerian government is known clamping down on agitators. That is what Nigerian government is known for, clamping down on free speech. This, see this protest that is loading here happened in China.
We are here to protest for the release of Mazin Nandekano. But he has been in detention for over 5 years. We want to stop. We don't need injustice in our country. Enough is enough. It's enough. We Igbos, the Nigeria, the Hausa, the Yoruba living here in
Yeah, these people are in China. These people are in China.
we have come out in mass to protest for the release of Mazin Nandekano.
So all these people were in China. They came out yesterday to protest.
He must be released.
Yes, no condition for
we stand by justice. Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Stand in voice and say that Nnamdi Kanu must be released. He must be released unconditionally.
Yes.
And the whole know that the Nigeria youth, Syria have stand today to protest for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu must be released. Nnamdi Kanu must be released.
Biafran Oracle, can you hear me? Biafran Oracle,
Yes,
can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, just a minute. Yes, I can hear you.
All right.
Yeah,
Nice
just a
being
minute.
here.
Let me play
So
this.
I don't know the reason why the government of Nigeria still holding him. He must be released. October 2025. We are here. To protest for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. In detention.
Yeah, Mazi, thanks for joining me. Can you hear me now?
All right. I can hear you, but can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you as
Can you
well.
hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you for joining
Okay.
me. Yeah, yesterday was the D-Day. You saw actually what happened yesterday. We really
Yes.
appreciate Sowore for everything that he has done, putting them on their toes. It
Yeah.
was quite unfortunate that the politicians who, when they come before the camera, they will be ranting. Oh, they want Mazen and the Kanu to be released. They are going for his and all the rest of them. Yesterday, when it mattered most that they should show their faces and advocate for the release of Mazen and the Kanu, they were nowhere to be found, including Atiku. Atiku only
Yes.
came for political campaign. I don't know whether that video of Atiku was that of yesterday, but these are the people said they want Mazen and the Kanu. They were supported the protest, but we did not see them come to protest. Not even Ludo,
That,
not even
that's very unfortunate.
Mba,
Very
not even
unfortunate.
Oti. Oti was that was deceiving. Oti came from the same. He's the governor of the Mazen and the Kanu came out from. You can imagine that. Not even the same senator, the same rep that was speaking on the Senate. Is it the rep, Mr. Mr. Speaker? The issue of Mazen and the
Benjamin.
Kanu, he wanted to be discussed, but Mr. Benjamin, when the time came for him to now come out and be at the forefront of the protest, we didn't see any of them. So, Maz, what do you have to say? Thank you.
It's a clear evidence. Are you getting me? Are you hearing me?
Yes.
It is
Yes, I
a
can hear
clear
you.
evidence, undoubtedly evidence, a clear-cut evidence that they are all responsible for the long illegal detention of Martin Nnamdi Kanu. Did you get that?
Exactly.
We don't
Yes.
need any soothsayer anymore. We don't need to, doubt or say allegedly or trying to say it whether we are sure or not. That
Yes.
action, that action yesterday, that none of them, even those who are, as you said, those who are junketing on the floor of the House of Representatives or whatever they call it, the Benjamin Carlo and other ones who are bragging that I am the one representing his constituency and all that. Since all of
Yes.
them could not find their feet to come out yesterday on the street to buttress the point they are making in the floor of the House, they are all responsible, all of them. So
Exactly.
they cannot deny it anymore. So they cannot tell us
Exactly.
anything that we will not believe them. So when we saw that man in the house, raising moving that motion that day, we thought he is serious. But yesterday has proven to us that these people are not serious. They are not serious. They are all responsible for the whole thing. And let me tell you something. Um, there's a, there's a lot of noise from the background. There's a lot of noise.
You mean from here?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Let me mute from here. Let me.
Okay. So yeah, fine, fine. So the thing is this: all of them, I know one thought that is ringing in their mind. All of them. Our Bible say the fear of getting well, the kind of thing we say the fear of getting what is the beginning of wisdom. So the fear of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is what is making these politicians, ready to keep him there as long as the fear of what? That if this young man is released today, that their political career are all gone, that he will bring Biafra and all of them will become a nobody. All the monies, the billions and billions they are packing from the federal government every month won't be there anymore. So because of all of these selfish reasons, selfish interests, because most of them knows that, my people say, there's they say there's a sị na ndị Igbo si na ọkụkọ nyụọ ahụ ala chụọ ya ọsọ. Ọkụkọ nyụọ ahụ
Sure,
ala
so
chụọ ya ọsọ.
yes.
So ha niile anyụọla ahụ ala na-achụzi ha ọsọ. They are not going to be comfortable having Nnamdi Kanu outside and around them, and they know seriously that once Nnamdi Kanu is out of that detention right now, nobody will touch him again. What are you arresting him again for? You have gone to court. He said this. He's agitating for Biafra. He did all of those nonsense, and now you release him without anything, so he can stay wherever he is, whether at home or abroad, to proclaim what else are you going to do? So these people knows that once he comes out, the whole of Southeast won't be comfortable for them to stay. Not really that Nnamdi Kanu will start and stand up and start pursuing them. Not really that Nnamdi Kanu will start talking against about them. Not really that Nnamdi Kanu will lift a finger against them. But their actions, whatever they have done against Nnamdi Kanu, will make them very, very uncomfortable, because they wouldn't know what will happen next. Even though Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not going to talk about them or do anything, or even though Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to stay and take care of his health and make sure he gets himself back, but these people are not going to be comfortable because of their bad attitudes and characters against him, because they know quite all right that everyone is only the stupid ones that will say or think that it is not the Southeast politicians that is keeping him there. That is the thing. We know. I was listening to one lady from one of the protest groups, Yes, he's saying, look, frankly, she's saying it, that he was telling Tinubu that, look, we know you are not the one holding this young man there. We know it's not the North. We know it's these Southeast politicians. He was telling Tinubu straight, and I concur to that. I've been saying it. It is the Southeast politicians, and as much as all of them are still working free without anything, as long as it is only Nnamdi Kanu they are afraid of, and they are succeeded in keeping him somewhere, and they feel like nobody else is on ground, nobody else is talking, nobody else can talk, else can take action, they will still they'll continue to keep him there. So that's why I am calling our people, actions need to be taken. Actions need to be taken. We need to let these politicians understand that it is not only Nnamdi Kanu that they are going to be afraid of, that there are other people. Once they get this understanding, they will respect themselves. Because, like I said, this is they felt like, oh, we have him in detention, so there's no other person. And they are just walking around freely and doing all sorts of things, inviting soldiers, killing anybody they want to kill. And of course, I just like just like um, your title said. You said you try to thank Sowore for making this happen. Yes, I also am equally thanking Sowore for speaking up, for organizing this. And little did we know, we thought it's something that is going to be within the shores of the so-called country, Nigeria. But we have seen now that the whole world is joining this. We have protests in Canada, we have protests in America, we have protests everywhere. But one thing I want to say is that Abuja protest, if I am to say, that Abuja protest would have happened in the whole of the 5 states of the Southeast. So where would have marched down there, besieged everywhere, no road anywhere. And you will not see the kind of crowd there yesterday, and you start shooting. No send, even if the person is on colos, you won't do that. You start shooting one person, you start shooting and killing people with that kind of crowd. How many will you kill? What if they overpower you? The only thing they can do is what they did yesterday, shooting in the air, and shooting tear gas everywhere. But to me, the Southeast governors need that shaking that shook Abuja yesterday. They need it. And I am, pleading with Sowore. I see that he's going to fix another date for another protest. And I plead with him to take this protest, take it to the Southeast. Ask Sowore, take it to the Let's go and shake these people. Let's go and shake them. Let's go and tell them that yes,
Abi,
yes, let's go there. Let's go there. These people are feeling too comfortable in their crimes against our people. And again, I thank Sowore. I thank Sowore so much. I applaud him. He's a man. But I'm still saying what I'm saying. Sowore is just one man among the Yorubas. If what is Tinubu and all other Yorubas, because we know now that power is in their hands, and they cannot deny, they cannot deny water. And then, I mean, they are fish now. They cannot deny the presence of water. There's no way they will tell us now that their hands is not in what is happening. There's no way they will tell us now that the decision to keep Nnamdi Kanu there, it is not what they have a hand in it, agreeing with the Southeast politicians. They should know that we know that what they are doing is not good by agreeing to people who for selfish reasons will present whatever matter, whatever informations, whatever things, just to keep this young man there. So we want to tell them that they should do what? Please do not go and answer name that is not their own. Let them not put themselves or wear shoe that is bigger than their size. I am saying it. I'm not saying anything will happen. It's not a threat, it's an advice that these people, Tinubu and his people, should do the right thing. Stop listening to the Southeast politicians. Stop listening to they are not for our own interest. And if they have agreed to join you in APC and they what you have to do for them to join you in APC just to keep Nnamdi Kanu there, know that Nnamdi Kanu is there. And the people who are going to vote, if there will be vote, if there will be election there, the people you are expecting to come and vote, the people they are promising you that they are going to deliver to you, are the people on the street protesting against the illegal detention of this young man. So you better weigh the options. If at all there's going to be elections there, who are those ones who are going to do it for you? So a word is enough for the wise. And that is it. So I thank Sowore for what he's doing.
It's unfortunate.
I thank Sowore for what he's doing, what he has done. And then let me just repeat myself before I yield the mic.
Yes.
Let me just repeat myself before I yield the mic. That all the politicians in the Southeast, that we did not see any member of the Senate, we not see any member of the House of Representatives, we don't see any member of the State House of Representatives, we did not see any member of any governor, we did not see any local government chairman, we did not see anything, any political office, that we did not see any one of them present there yesterday, tells us, surely, for sure, tells us that all of them are the ones who are giving Tinubu and his federal government the guts, the power, the mind to keep Nnamdi Kanu there. And then I want to let them understand that all these politicians are just less than 1%. Less than 1%. And my people say one tree does not make forest. I'm just advising them. If they have brain, if they understand it, let them understand. So, Dr. Nana, are you there?
Yes, I'm here,
yeah.
Mazi.
So that is it.
That you said, I wanted.
Yeah.
There's something that you said that many people may not agree with you with just this statement that you made, that it is the governors of the Southeast that is, really keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention. Some say it is Britain. Some say it's the Fulanese. If it is the governors of the Southeast, what is the benefit of Tinubu? Because Tinubu's government, Tinubu want to be, if actually it is the government of, if it is the Southeastern governor, that means Tinubu would like them to dent the image of his government. So what do you have to say about that?
These politicians, that's one statement I made, and that is my own opinion, or can I say allegedly?
Okay.
There's something I said in
Yes.
line with that, and I said if that is my own opinion, that's what I think. I was saying Tinubu, if the only ransom you have to give these Southeast governors to join you in APC, as we know what is happening in their political terrain now. If the only ransom you have to give to these Southeast politicians is to keep Nnamdi Kanu there for them to join you in APC. Did you get that? Are you there?
Yes, I get that.
So that is the thing. That's my thought.
Yes, I can hear you.
That's my thought. That's why I said if that is this thing, I say please stop listening to them, because they are just less than 1% of the population that you may need, if there will be election there, that you may need to cast their vote for you. The politicians can promise whatever they need, they promise, but they cannot They can even stand and write whatever they write. Whatever they write as an election result. But remember, when you still keep Nnamdi Kanu there, as mandated by these Southeast governors, you are not. Tinubu is not doing himself good politically. Are you getting me? And
Exactly.
if you
Yes.
listen to that lady that I referred to that was speaking, I think it was in Abuja. She was in Abuja yesterday. She said she's a leader of. There's one group she mentioned. She's a leader of. If you search it, I mean, if you go to Sonny Abarawa X handle, maybe you check it there, you may see that lady speaking. He said it
Okay, yes,
frankly.
yes.
She said it frankly that we know that even Tinubu has come out to say that he wants to release Nnamdi Kanu, but the Southeast politicians is not allowing it. That lady said it clearly there. She didn't mince word, and she was not even hiding her face saying it. So these are the things we know. But one thing we are saying is that Tinubu should stop listening to them because I don't know what else to tell them. You should stop listening to this South and do the right thing. If you want to gain, I don't know. These people should know what they want to do and do it. They saw the crowd yesterday. What if this thing turned violent? And how many? I'm sure. How many people on the streets of Abuja yesterday is much more, maybe more than the number of the security agencies that they may roll out if anything happen. And now what if these people turn violent and they begin to carry gun? How will they handle it? So this time is for them to
Exactly.
borrow sense and do the right thing. Because little by little, nobody should think because he's a state agent or what he has a monopoly of violence. Anything can happen. I don't know who is who. Me, I don't know who is who. You don't know who is who standing on the street. You don't know who can do what he can do. I saw one, was it a chief priest coming out yesterday? What if the people decide to go spiritual in this protest? People decide to go
Exactly.
spiritual, and then you bring your bombs and your this thing, they refuse to work because the spiritual people are outside. So what will happen? So this we should borrow sense. They should borrow sense. Let them not push the people out. There are powers. So there are powers. Are you getting me? There are powers, and
Yes.
I always tell people, do not use man-made authority to go and challenge divine authority.
Are you there, Mazi?
Principalities, there are powers. The Bible told us that God is the head of principalities and powers. There are principalities, there are powers, and there are
Mazi, we
people who are
can't hear you. Network is fluctuating. Mazi, your network is fluctuating now. Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah, you continue.
Oh,
Before you continue, wait.
yeah.
There is one video I want to play. Let me see.
Protests are erupting across Nigeria as people are demanding the retained Biafran separatist leader Nnamdi. Crowds are gathering in the heart of the capital city, Abuja, with activist Sowore leading the march. Furious protesters clashed with police as security forces fired to disperse crowds. Despite a judicial order, organizers stuck to their original plan to hold the gathering with chants of "Free Nnamdi Kanu" echoing through the streets. Although a court acquitted Kanu in 2022, authorities refused to release him, who has been in detention since 2021 on charges of terrorism. Our correspondent Louisa reports from Lagos.
October 25, after the hashtag #EndSARS protest shook Nigeria, Lekki Toll Gate massacre remains a painful memory, with justice still elusive for victims of police brutality. Some Nigerians still in the course of fighting perceived injustices was led by activist Omoyele Sowore today in Abuja. The release of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu, detained since 2021 for terrorism charges. Police responded with tear gas and live bullets, arresting his brother and lawyer. Recurrent chaos during protests, observers are urging security agencies to adopt de-escalation tactics and respect human rights to break the cycle of repression and uphold democratic values.
Yeah.
Across Nigeria, as people are demanding the release of detained Biafran separatist leader Kanu. Crowds are gathering in the heart of the capital city, Abuja, with activists Omoyele Sowore leading the march. Furious protesters clashed with police as security forces fired tear gas crowds. Despite a judicial order, organizers stuck to their original plan to hold the gathering, with chants of pre-Nnamdi echoing through the streets. Although a court acquitted Kanu in 2022, authorities refused to release him. Kanu has been in detention since 2021 on charges of terrorism. Our correspondent Louisa reports from Lagos.
October 20, 5 years after the hashtag #EndSARS protest shook Nigeria, the Lekki Toll Gate massacre remains a painful memory. It is still elusive for victims of police brutality. Some Nigerians still in the course of fighting perceived injustice was led by activist Omoyele Sowore today in Abuja in protest for the release of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu, detained since 2021 for terrorism charges. Police responded with tear gas and live bullets, arresting Kanu's brother lawyer. Now, with recurrent chaos during protests, are urging security agencies to adopt de-escalation tactics and respect human rights to break the cycle of repression and uphold democratic values.
Yes, that information, that is how this news is going wide. Is how this information, the world is seeing what is happening, and the world now understand what is actually playing out. Can you hear us? Welcome to the studio and welcome to the questionnaire.
Yeah, good morning, my brother. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. Biafrans are listening. The world is listening. Go ahead for your submission.
Yeah, good morning, Biafrans. Good morning, lovers of freedom. Good morning, friends of Biafra all over the world. I want to use this time to thank Chukwuka Biama, who have gave my able leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, life again today. I want to thank him for keeping him, for protecting him, despite what our enemies are doing. He's still standing. I want to thank my Prime Minister, wherever he is, that the grace of God continue to protect him, that he will stand strong for us, because we need them at this particular time. I also want to thank our gallant men who stand in our holy land. That is why our people have not been buried the way people have been buried in Castina, in Benue, so many places in North Central. Because of these men, I call them men of God. I address them as men of God. Because of these men, anointed men of God, our place is safe and sealed. I give them kudos. I pray that the gods of our ancestors will continue to protect them and keep them till Biafra stand as a sovereign nation. I want to also use this medium to thank Omoyele Sowore, whom God used to tell the world about the injustice being committed upon my great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and how the evil men that call themselves politicians in Igbo land are working secretly to illuminate him. I want to thank Omoleye Sowore for not allowing the pressure of the terrorist state of Nigeria to make him to bow down, but he continued to tell the world that enough of this injustice melted on an innocent man that only seek for the freedom of his people through their so-called democratic way, which is enshrined in United Nations, which is enshrined in AU, which is enshrined in ECOWAS, which is self-determination. It is a fundamental human right. It is our fundamental human rights. I want to thank Sowore for standing tall. I want to thank him for the courage. I want to thank him for what he did to tell the world of how evil Nigeria is. That Nigeria is not a place meant for human beings to live. That the politicians there are not there for the people, they are there for themselves and their generation. They are building empire for themselves and their first generation, while the poor masses are dying in hunger. I want to thank him for his courage. I want to thank him for standing tall for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May the God of our ancestors continue to protect him, continue to guide him. Because I know that the owners of Nigeria are not happy with him. I know that the British is not happy with him. I know that the invaders, Fulanis, are not happy with him. I know that the criminal politicians are not happy with him. I know that the demons that call themselves politicians in Biafra land are not happy with him for exposing their evil agenda against my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who only seek for the freedom of his people. And I want to use this time to thank Biafrans for sitting at home. Thank Biafrans who have been sitting at home for over 4 years for their protests to release our leader. I want to thank them for doing it massively yesterday. Everywhere was shut down to tell the world that I've had enough of the oppressed system of terrorist state of Nigeria. I want to thank them for their resistance. I want to thank them for keeping faith with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, knowing that he is only fighting for them. I want to thank them for that. I also want to tell use this medium to tell the Biafra people to fund Biafra Liberation Army. The only thing that will liberate us from this oppressed system we find ourselves is bullet to bullet, gun to gun, fire to fire. That is the only thing that will liberate us from this oppressed system Britain put us in for more than 100 years. We need to rise up and fund Biafra Liberation Army through BRIG, Biafra Government in Exile. It is only bullets that will liberate us. Thank God for the awareness of yesterday. But I want us to understand it is only bullet to bullet that will set us free. Not by courts, not by enemies. It is only the bullets that will set us free. I hope most of us see what Udele Soludo talked on Arise TV a day before the protests. I think if I'm not mistaken. This same Soludo of a man is the man that used sympathize from IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to get the attention of people for them to vote him as a governor of Anambra State. I could remember. It's because of its activism showing solidarity with Biafran Liberation Movement. People thought it's a human being, not knowing that it's a their political system, their propaganda, how they use. Immediately he grabbed the power. He brought out himself as a chameleon. Today, he's speaking both of his mouth that he believed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out. When he come out, he will sit down to discuss the prosperity of Igbo land. He did not believe in separation. Oh my goodness. These people get luck. They get luck. They get luck. These men are not supposed to walk. These people are not supposed to be speaking. But Yadeba. Yadeba. These men see how we are being threatened, that our existence is under threat. Our existence is under threat. They are still playing politics with our future, with the future for our children, with the future for our children. It's not gathering their ma. It's not, you say it be well with these people. Seeing the threats against our existence, even before our internal leader make a decision to have a separate nation after Gowon disappoint himself with the Aburi Accord they had. Our internal leader see that we are being that our existence is under threat. He declared Biafra. I want our people to understand that what we are passing through now is very bad than what we passed through then. Because then they were killing us in the north, but today they are in our farms. They are in our forests, killing us. Some days ago, about 10 residents, 10 Biafrans were killed in Enugu some days ago. The Enugu governor is nowhere to be found. All of them were silent. More than 10 people were killed in Enugu some days ago by the terrorist Fulanis in Enugu. All of them were silent. These people are picking us one after the other, and they are going for our men. And you ask us to keep silent, that when Martin and the come out, we will discuss how Igbo will prosper, that we remain in one Nigeria. God will punish all of us. You remain in one Nigeria, but you send your useless gay son where the America they misbehave himself. These are the men. Some of our people are still listening to these criminals. I'm using this medium to wake up people up. Wake up. Wake up, Biafrans. Our existence is under threat. Wake up and fight for your freedom. Fund Biafra Liberation Army. Fund BROIG. Don't allow all these government they planted in our midst to deceive you. Don't allow Orabe Fulani to deceive you. Don't allow the accountability to deceive you. Your freedom is in your hand, and freedom costs money. We must fund our freedom. We must liberate ourselves. We have no future in Nigeria. Nigeria has no future. No indigenous person has future in Nigeria. None of them. None of them. Nobody has future in Nigeria. People that enjoy Nigeria is only Britain and Fulanis, those invaders. Those foreigners are the ones enjoying Nigeria. You as an indigenous person, you have no future. Wake up. Don't be deceived. Anyone that tell you about any election is your enemy. Is your enemy. Wake up and liberate yourself and your children and your children's children. Wake up. That America you are longing to go, is in your land. Fund it. When we have our freedom, we will build that America that we are exerting for. We will build that America that we will be dreaming for. We have it in our land. Wake up and fight for your freedom.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Wow. That was a very wonderful, well-spoken submission, my sister Chichi. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and for speaking truth to power. Biafrans, our sister have just said it all. Wake up. Wake and fight for the freedom of your land. If you depend on these political jobbers for your freedom, their children are in abroad, in overseas, enjoying themselves, living large. What they are here, killing the indigenous people, using the money that they are making here to train their children abroad. They even buy most of you to go to yourselves. They pay you money to fight against your freedom. They pay you money to fight against your good governance. You will not fight against good governance. They give you money to fight against those who are fighting for the betterment of your life. So we want you to understand that Nigerian politicians like Soludo, PEOPLE.WE, and all of them, none of them means well for you. None of them will fight for you. All of them to destroy that which is going to benefit you. That is why when you talk about freedom, they will kick against it. When you talk about good governance, they will kick against it. Because their agenda is to impoverish you. As long as they keep you impoverished, as long as they keep you poor, you are not going to rise. They don't want you to rise. They don't want you to enjoy life, to enjoy good governance. They don't even want you to against what they stand for. No. They want you to remain loyal to them for them till eternity. And that's why anything that will change, that benefit you, they will kick against it. Anything that is going to be profitable to you, they will fight against it. That is why we, the Biafran people, are saying enough is enough. That is why we, the Biafran people, are saying we no longer belong to Nigeria. We are Biafrans. And so, therefore, we must fight to make sure that we are free as a people, as a nation. And we now have a that is actually fighting for our people. Biafran is fighting for the freedom of our people. And we must join hands with this government and make sure that Nigeria is destroyed, have our land. Very, very, very important. So I thank you so much, our sister Chichi, for being part of this program. Sowore, we appreciate him so much because Sowore have demonstrated that he's a brother indeed. Yes, Sowore had the love for justice, equity, and rule of law. You can imagine a scenario whereby Sowore is a Yoruba man. He's fighting for Mazina, who is a Biafran, who is an Igbo man. This was the same thing that Mazina and the Kano was doing, has always done for the oppressed. Yes, Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for oppressed people of Nigeria and Biafra at large. That was why Sowore have to come out and stand for Nnamdi Kanu as well, because he has seen that the Fulefus from the southeast will not stand with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All of them are politicians making money out of the blood of the innocent. So Sowore stand for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and make this 20th of October protest to happen. The protest did not only happen in Nigeria, it happened all over the world. It happened in Abuja. It happened in Biafran states. It even happened in China and Canada. People now are waking up to call for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prisoner of conscience. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped from Kenya and brought to Nigeria. And how can you now say you want to prosecute somebody that you kidnapped from Kenya? You want to prosecute him under which law? It is never obtainable. So if they succeed in what they want to do with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it means they are going to whatever they are going to do to you in the nearest future. And that is the reason why I must rise up and support the fight or the protest for the freedom of our leader, Mazin Nandikano, because it may come to your own tomorrow. Mazin Nandikano can never stay and allow oppression to thrive. That is why all hands must be on deck to support every action that is geared towards the release of our leader, Mazin Nandikano. So I salute you, my sister. That's a very wonderful statement that you made. Those of them who are engineers and of the continued detention of our leader, Mazin Nandikano, they will have to pay a very big price for that sabotage. A time is coming. They are not going to go scot-free. All of them from A to Z. It doesn't matter how long you are going to run. You are not definitely going to hide. We are going to get hold of you. The Lord of Biafra will get hold of you. And you are going to face the consequences of your action. If it doesn't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. But one thing I can guarantee each and every one of them, certainly pay for the atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Welcome back, Biafran Oracle.
Yeah, Dr. David. My system freezed.
You can add your voice to what our sister said.
I wasn't listening because my system freezed. My system freezed, so I have to restart
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay. No problem. So, of things ranging from the protest to all these politicians who are engineering the continued detention of our leader. It is what I'm trying to let them understand. They are going to pay a very big price for what they are doing.
Including the so-called IPOB members.
All of them. All of them. DOS and all of them. Yes.
I asked a lady a question online when they were like, those of them who are supporting, they call him that lady that went to jail that time and then was released later. I've forgotten her name. So she was online making that pronouncement that, Samaneba is not an IPOB member. This and is not an IPOB member. And I asked her a question. I said, what IPOB do you mean? What IPOB do you mean?
Yes.
I said, what is it? What is the IPOB you are talking about? I say, are you talking about IPOB that is the indigenous people of the whole Biafran?
Biafran.
Yes, I asked her, are you talking about the indigenous people that are called Biafrans? That is indigenous people of the whole Biafran people. Is that the one? Or are you talking about the cult that you people call IPOB that you have to swear an oath and become a member? Because when you have this IPOB that Samaneba and every one of us is in, it's not about membership. It's about your origin, what you are indigenous to. You don't come into it by membership. So they have gone out from there, from that one, to go and create a cult and call it IPOB. And that is why, because when people have a kiss of death with the devil, one of the things that is evident in their life is that the heart of flesh, the human heart, will be taken away and the heart of stone will be replaced there. And then when they are dealing with their fellow human beings, they don't feel remorse. When they are dealing with people, that's when you will know that they have sold themselves to the devil. And in this case, I believe that the likes of Chika Idoziem, the likes of China Samuru, the likes of what's the Abanim or something like all of them there.
Austin.
They were, yes,
Austin
yes, they went out from the original IPOB. That means that everybody that's indigenous. They went from
Yes.
there and they created a cult, and then asked our people to come and become a member. And if you look at
Remember, yeah.
their people, if you look at how they operate, nothing short of a cult. That is what that one. So I asked that lady this question. Till tomorrow, she did not reply, and I've not seen her jumping up and down with such a thing anymore. So I am now why I took up this part now is that I want to bring in the, like, in line with what you're saying. I want to bring in the press release that these so-called IPOB court people they put up, saying that they are in line with the Nigerian police, they are in line with it, that
You can imagine.
discrediting, that is another thing. I say yes, indeed, you people have proved that you are not with the people of the Biafrans. You are not.
Biafra. Yes. Yes.
You are not. So they have to that these people are in a court with themselves, and they have
Exactly.
they have eaten the forbidden fruit. And as much as we believe that the Southeast politicians are not the Southeast politicians are the ones holding them the gun down there. These IPOB court members are still they have their hands there too, because they know, they understand. Because if you listen to that last broadcast of MNK before he was killed, he said in 2 weeks' time, he gave timeline. He said in 2 weeks' time.
Yes.
He said, I am not telling you this to cause fear or create. I said,
Yes.
I am in 2 weeks' time. 2 weeks' time be pivotal. He just put it there to tell you that the God who is working with him has revealed everything.
Everything. Everything
He
to him.
knows everything that these people did. But just like Jesus Christ had to go to the cross. It's a must that he must go to the cross
Of course.
for our sins to be forgiven. It's like he has seen it, and
Exactly.
he knows that yes, these people have betrayed me. This is what must happen, and he made up his mind. And he made that broadcast, telling us everything that is going to happen. He really prophesied there. That from beginning of that broadcast to the last was prophecies, and he gave us timeline. 2 weeks, and 2 weeks he was kidnapped.
He
So
was kidnapped.
these people, yes, these people who call themselves, I call them IPOB cult, because they are not IPOB. IPOB is you cannot be the IPOB is not by membership. IPOB is not by swearing oaths. IPOB, as long
At
as you're
all.
coming from that side, it's just like these people call themselves Oduduwa here. The other people call themselves Arewa. These indigenous names have given to themselves. So our own
Yes.
now is that we now coin it, and make it abbreviation. So you cannot become a member of Arewa by membership or by swearing oath. You cannot become a member of Oduduwa. You cannot become an Oduduwa person by membership and swearing. It's not possible. It's not done that way. So what I'm trying to say is
At
that
all.
these people went from the original to create their own, and their own is what? Cult. And that's why you have to swear oath, you have to do this, you have to do that. You say they brought in what they call command and control. That is a cult. That's the style of. If you study what makes an organization a cult, it's one of them. They have to control you to the last. They have control even what you eat. If possible, they control how you breathe. So when they bring in control and command and control, I say yes, these people have told us where they are going. So what I'm saying is that they know that if MNK is released today, MNK will come out and tell us who did what they did. He will tell us this person did this one, this person did this one, this person did. He will narrate everything and expose them. So in joining the case with the Southeast governors, these are also the people who are standing against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there.
MNK.
So,
Exactly.
but all the same, we know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not die in that detention. If they would have killed him, it would have been in Kenya. And all this while that he's been alone in detention there, are we sure the food is eaten? Are we sure that they have not tried his life all this while? Are we not? Can we say it's not possible? We can't say so. But God has kept him. God has kept him because it's God who sent him on this journey. Like I said last time on your broadcast last time, I said this is a time. When you see people whom God is want to use for a specific assignment, if you see them, there's one thing common with them. They will be given concerning the assignment. God will brief them completely from beginning to the end. They will know who is who. They will know who, and as they go, they may not be righteous. They may not be pastor. They may not be prophet. They may not be righteous. They may not be sinless. But as long as they are on that journey, the path of God, the God's
Yes.
own side, God will fulfill His own side as long as they stand on
You're
that.
upon them.
And everything that they need to know will come to them. God will release informations. God will make them to see things. And if you start
Exactly.
looking at them, if you don't know who they are very well, you might be doing some certain things and thinking that they will not know. They know. They know. They can sit down here discussing with you, and God is downloading information in them. They can sleep, immediately they close their eyes, God will play everything that has happened or everything that is going to
Reveal.
happen. So in every way, God must surely reveal things to them. And I know that these IPOB court members knows these things very well. They know that they release this Mazinam, they come out and tell us who is who and what they did. And they know
Exactly.
by so doing, they don't say anywhere they are, any part in the world, they better go and buy their grave space there. Once it happens like that, even as it is now, they by coming, they will be afraid. Not to talk of when Mazinam they kind of comes out and say this is this. You know what will happen to them. So all of them are afraid. This is the fear factor. What is holding Nnamdi Kanu inside there is fear factor. On the side of this Southeast governors
Exactly.
and these IPOB court members. I'm telling you, that's the thing. If you tell me that the rest of Nigerians, even the North, have not made up their mind that even if the Igbos go, if you tell me that they have not made up their mind at this point, I may not agree, because you can't see what is going on and you still believe in that these people will stay with you. Yeah, I don't think that is possible. But so I can say, okay, let me remove fear factor from their side. And the main fear factor is on these Southeast governors because they know the consequences. But I am telling them that
Exactly.
it is not too late to come out clean, release this young man, and confess. Perhaps or probably people will forgive. There's no point playing all this hanky panky behind and believe that nobody knows. That's the most dangerous thing there. The most dangerous game. So So that is exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is for now.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mazi. You are on point. If these people should realize that their game is up and understand that the Biafran people have seen them for who they are,
Yes.
they should start now to think about amendment and see if Biafra forgive them. And one other thing they should understand is that where is Opa Biaseka family today?
No.
Where is Ifajuna family today? Where is Zik family today? Are these families not existing? They are. Then why is their name going down or going into oblivion? Because these people contributed to the issues, to the injustices, to the sufferings of the Biafran people today.
Sure, sure.
These people betrayed our eternal leader. And so the spirit of Biafra left their families. And today, you cannot hear about it. This supposedly should have been families if they were like Ojukwu family. You see how our eternal leader's name is always reverberating and Philip Effiong,
yes.
Because these are the people who stood their ground rest of time and stood to the freedom of their people. But
yes,
all
yes.
the betrayers, their names are going into oblivion. So this is what is going to happen to every Sabo that stood against the freedom of the people. Chichi, are you there? Do you have anything to add to what you are saying? Every Sabo that participated in the kidnapping of our leader, every Sabo that participated in the continued detention of our leader, every Biafran that is fighting against his release and even fighting against our government, fighting against our liberation and recognition. Biafrans knows who you. If you think that you are doing it, you are hiding. Biafrans, when the time comes,
we know them.
Your name will be mentioned. Even your children will regret you fathering them. I am telling you. And that is why Ojidukwa important that if they have wives, their wives should speak out. Their wives should speak out, because when we are ostracizing your husband, we are also ostracizing you and your families. Yes. We are not going to look fake, because if you say that this is my husband, it is not about me, it is about you. Because you are the man, sleep the same bed. You talk to him, you give him food. Why can't you sit down to Ifeanyi Mba, that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is a family man as well? Why can't you sit down and tell Hope Uzodimma to stop the killing of Biafrans in Biafran land? Why can't you stand up and tell Tinubu that this man that you are holding, the courts have freed him? Why can't you stand up and tell Enyinia Baribe you are representing Mazin Nnamdi Kanu constituency, or Anyanwu, you are representing Mazin Nnamdi Kanu constituency, or Oti, you are representing Mazin Nnamdi Kanu? Why can't you go and tell Tinubu to release your subjects to you? Why can't you even come out and fight for his freedom? When that freedom comes, all of you from A to Z, you will regret your actions against Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Very, very important. Mazi, there is a video I want us to play here. I just want us to listen to this video so that I see what we can make out of it. Very, very important, because
some innocent Nigerians that we are observing their peaceful protest, they say that they have court order that we should not be in the central area. We left central area, we went to Otako side. They used tear gas and rubber bullets to Nigeria. Those of them who are protesting, all of them, including Mazin and Carlos Legoti, they have been arrested. We went to FCT Police Command. They said no, that is a national issue. In fact, the PRO there was very rude. I must say it. He was very, very rude. He was insulting me. I know that is not qualified to be a house help. So after the insult, he said that I should come here. He called the first PRO, the CSP Benjamin. I've been calling him. The CSP Benjamin said that we should come. I've been here now calling him. I will ask them at the gate. They said that we should call him. I don't know whether he doesn't pick the call. He's not saving his phone. I've sent him a test. We are here now. You cannot
tell him to take the call.
Those
last
people,
person when they take call for him, we are for Delta now.
Those people cannot sleep in any cell.
Never.
This is not Banana Republic, for goodness sake. You can't say because you have few years to be here and you are acting as if you are in Banana Republic. People who have seen police officers. Where is that presumed innocent? Not even Idris, the one whose eyeglass is bigger than his achievement. The other one, Idris Haruna. Name them.
But Maxwell, do you think point has been made and the message has been delivered?
We continue to deliver the message because Mr. President is a product of protest. I participated in a protest with him there in Ojota. He's a product of protest, for goodness sake. I didn't think that Jonathan refused to hand over. Heaven will not fall. Heaven will. If Jonathan said I'm not handing over, not heaven will not fall, but he handed over for peace. Do you think that Buhari did not come and hand over? Will he be a president? Why do you want to destroy the system because of the a Democrat like you, Mr. President? Mr. President, as a student, I participated in a several protest with you. Why should you want to kill people because they are protesting? Peaceful protest. Look at police officers. I want the people protesting for police officers.
Mazi, you have seen what is happening in Banana Republic, where people will come out and protest. They will lock them up. They will shoot them tear gas and shoot them live ammunition bullets. But these same people that are preventing people from protesting were the same people who protested against Jonathan. Yeah, Sister Chichi, go ahead.
Oh, my dear brother. Say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu so ga-eti ndị a mgbada nwụrụ anwụ. Ọ ga-eti ya mgbada nwụrụ anwụ. Iwu na ka o si eti ya mgbada nwụrụ anwụ. Just be exposing their stupidity, their wickedness, and their evil to the world. The world is watching. But what pains me is that the world we are living today is an evil world. Where people will see evil happen, they keep silent. You can't tell me that their so-called UN have not seen the evil happening in Nigeria. You cannot tell me that ECOWAS have not seen the evil happening in Nigeria. You cannot see me that AU have not seen the evil happening in Nigeria. You cannot tell me that EU have not seen the evil happening in Nigeria. But they are all silent because of what they are benefiting. And people are dying, people are suffering, people are in agony, every people are in agony. That is what pains me. The world we are living in today is being ruled by evil men, not by good men. But I believe one day all this oppression will end. Now, after me watching this video that Barrister Maxwell did here, then somebody will open his mouth and tell me that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, we will talk of how we will develop Igbo land, that Nigeria needs us.
Don't mind them.
What madness is this? After watching what my people has been going through since I become human being, I am in my 40s. Now let me leave what happened to my forefathers, my fathers. This is what happened in my own present. I will allow my child to be in this system with the Fulani and the Yorubas to undergo this humiliation, insult, embarrassment every day. After I finish suffering, building, sweat every day, I will buy land, I will build, you come and demolish at your own time. And you tell me,
can you imagine?
You should come and develop Igbo land that Nigeria needs us. May God Almighty destroy you. So no, you go better for now. All the politicians in Igbo land, your generation will be useless. And I don't go better for now. Seeing the suffering our people are going through, seeing the humiliation, Seeing the insult on our people. Imagine somebody arresting person like a barrister, Ejimako, an elderly man. What is his offense? Can Nigeria police arrest Sudan of Sokoto? Can Nigeria police arrest any elderly man in Yoruba land? Eh?
That's intimidation. They are intimidating us.
Arrest somebody, a barrister.
Intimidating us.
He has no gun. He only came out to exercise his fundamental human rights. They were arrested. And somebody opened his mouth and tell me Nigeria need me. Nigeria need him, not me. Nigeria need his generation, not us. We must fight. It does not matter how many years it takes. We must fight to liberate ourselves and give our children a suitable society, a nation where they will be respected, a nation where they will excel, a nation where no Yoruba man will fail their exam because they are Igbos. Never.
Exactly.
Enough of these insults, enough of this humiliation, enough of this embarrassment. Enough is enough. We must be free. We must. It does not matter what they do. We must fight to stop this nonsense. This is nonsense. I'm so angry. Thank you.
Yes, everybody needs to be angry like you, my sister, because this is too much on us. It is humiliating. It is a shameful act. It is an act of disrespect for our elderly people and the tradition that we believe in. You said to the north and arrest anybody anyhow, not to talk of their traditional or elderly people, but they humiliate us because the people they put in political offices in our land are their stooges. They have intimidated us enough. They have humiliated us enough. And people that are being humiliated cannot even understand that they are under humiliation. This video that I want to play now, this man is not an Igbo man. He comes from the north. But he was asking question, if you are an Igbo man, if you are a Biafran, and you did not join the protest for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that you are a fool. Why did he say that? He saw the Fulanese. He saw Tifnubu government, politicians from the north, romancing with the terrorists, giving them support, giving them amnesty, forgiving them. The terrorists were roaming the streets in the north with their AK-47 on their bikes, going freely. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. Yet, as he was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Keegbuo, as a Biafran, cannot come out to support your brother who rated unjustly. I want us to listen. This was before the protest. This was before the protest.
Nigerians, if you be Igbo, you be Igbo. You be Igbo, East. You know, support this in the Kano a protest coming up on the 20th of October 2025. If you know support what are you doing here, and you know support the pro punish you, God will punish you. You know go die well. You know understand? Again, you I mean not an you know the north, but I'm telling you the truth. Enough of this justice. Call a spade a spade. Enough of this injustice. Whether you like it or not. I might not support the activities of Nnamdi Kanu. I might not agree with all his preaches and everything. Make you call spade spade. Why is Nnamdi Kanu in prison and this Babaro is outside walking free? Let me ask you, what they claim to you people man. Nnamdi Kanu did that. Okay, I agree with you. He did this, he did that. Fine. I know they've come here to fight with you. I agree with everything. So is he side? And this man that did that also does the same thing you're claiming that Nnamdi Kanu did. He's working freely. They celebrate him for their hometown. Why you be fool? You see why you will not die well? People man, you know support the Nnamdi Kanu protest or free Nnamdi Kanu on the 20th of October 25. God will punish you. Let us come out and say enough is enough. Free this man now. Free him now. Call injustice injustice. Call it what he be. Call it what he be. Straight up. Are they here for not? I'm not send anybody, Papa. I'm not scared. They no go silent me. They don't try and for long. They have been pushing for long, sending threats here and there. But I know they fear them. Let's straight up. Let it be known that injustice. So this man is something to be freed. Whether or not. Haba, see Babaro. See Ado Alero. You know what that guy don't do for this country? This Babaro. What did I have done in this country? Or should I remind you that this is it on a life 32 worshippers, innocent worshippers? Should that man here rape our women? This bastard. Should this man kidnap a military general? But yet, he's working freely. He's a free working, and this man here, for his people, just let my people go. Telling the world that my people are treated unjustly. They prison him, and they let this terrorist to be working free. So if you are an Igbo man in Nigeria, and you know Nnamdi Kanu free, Nnamdi Kanu protest on the 20th of October 2020, God will punish you. God will punish you. God will punish you. The story, I can't leave here without telling the federal government of bandits.
Listen to that. Where they are free, they are allowing bandits to go and keep people the way they like. But they refuse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freedom. They refuse our freedom. They refuse Mazi Nnamdi Kanu medical attention. So they allow the terrorists to walk free. Let me show you where these terrorists are having their field day. Terrorists enjoying them. Why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is not a terrorist, is suffering. Suffering in DSS custody. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suffering in DSS custody. Why terrorists are having meetings? Why terrorists are working, going to birthdays, wedding ceremonies, and all the rest of them? And you say it's going to be better for Nigeria. It no go better for Nigeria. It no go better for Nigeria. And it no go better for all of you. All of you that are the Nigerian government against Nnamdi Kanu, whether you Igbo or anywhere you're coming from, it no go better. I want to show you how the terror moving in communities in the north freely. moving freely in the north. Terrorists are moving freely in the north. Nobody is stopping them. Nobody is stopping the terrorists in the north. They are moving freely with their arms and ammunition. Are working freely with their arms and ammunition. Nobody is hindering their movement. Mazi, before you speak, I want to play to them how the terrorists are moving in the north without hindrance. Without hindrance, the terrorists. They are terrorists. No all these things are happening in broad daylight. In broad daylight in the north, where all these things happened, the terrorists were moving freely. When questioned, they can go with AK-47. Nobody held them accountable. Nobody held them. Nobody went to confront them. Mazi?
Yeah, Dr. David.
Nobody went to confront them. Yes, I can hear you now. This thing was making noise before, but thank God you muted it. So nobody was confronting them. So Mazi, you can see the senior citizens of Nigeria. See them in the north. Whereas your leader, my leader, is in detention. Yes, these are the senior citizens. See how they are giving
senior citizens. Yeah. You can call them the number one citizen, not even senior citizens. Number one citizen. That's number one citizen.
I'm telling you.
See
them moving freely.
I'm telling you. Preferential treatment.
And the worst thing, you know the worst thing, Mazi?
Yeah.
All these arms and ammunition You can imagine this. Look at this man. Or this man, can he buy a motorcycle? Can he buy even what do I what is the common? He can't even buy wheelbarrow. But in AK-47 that is over 1 million naira.
See, Dr.
Where did
David,
this from the
Dr.
government.
David, Dr. David,
Oh my
did
boy.
you know?
Yes, man.
Did you know what we witnessed played in Afghanistan?
Exactly.
Did you know what played
Exactly.
out in Afghanistan? They thought it was. I mean, maybe the American soldiers thought they have the armies that are loyal to the people of
So
Afghanistan. They don't know that these are people.
Afghanistan.
These are people, armies that are loyal to the terrorist group. Now, if you think, do you think when they tell you that they invaded or they did what, the cantonment, the Nigerian barracks, army barracks, and don't you think it's just the same thing, the same scenario, the same thing that happened in Afghanistan is happening almost in all of the barracks in the north. They will enter
Exactly.
they will enter and these people will clear, and then they will carry whatever they want to carry, and this is the evidence here. See them with them. That's the thing.
Quite unfortunate.
That's the thing. So the thing is that sorry to everyone that is still, Doctor, the one that breaks my heart. The one that breaks my heart is this. In all of these things, I can still a text on WhatsApp from one of the pastors. We're in the same group, in the same platform. If I
Say
read
you should pray.
Dr. David, he posted
Say you should pray.
the video of Donald Trump defending Americans, talking about how he want to. I think that was the video when he talked about his call to send away all Muslims from America. He posted this video.
Yes.
He posted this video and he said we can still have a leader like this who love his people and all that we should continue praying. I was like,
Pray. Oh yeah, no. You should
what,
on the shit, man.
what is this? And you're my person now. So, but not be saying that, not only that he's from the Yorubas. If you come around, if you come around just wherever you are, put a call to any pastor that you know, or let somebody give you a number of any pastor you know. Just put a call to them and talk about the separation, the disintegration of Nigeria. If possible, they will curse you. If possible, they will curse you. They will fight you
Because of their activity.
because their empire they have built. Their can I say business empire, because that's where they are feeding from. That's where whatever that is coming to them, like somebody like Ebuka Obi now. Are you getting me? Will you go to
Yes.
Ebuka Obi and tell Ebuka Obi to his ear that so thing will happen? He will not agree with you. He wouldn't want it because of what? Can you see the large gathering, you can see the large membership he has there. He wouldn't want anything to happen to it. And so also all the pastors, both great and small, they would rather keep, when they come, play. One day in our group, I was given to minister and I brought up this issue. I was talking about it before these pastors, most of them Yorubas. When I finished, come and see how they make me look. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to put it. They make me look so stupid like this. I feel sorry for myself. They say, this is a Christian. I should not be bringing this thing here. I should not be talking about it
You're
and this and
exposing
that.
them.
I was like, okay, no problem. But 2 weeks after, these terrorists did something in the north. They were forced to come back and be talking about it there. And I was just like this, looking at them. But upon that, if you talk of separation, these people will play. They will cause. They will cause you. So this thing now,
they are enjoying the human slaughter.
they may not be enjoying the human slaughter, but their source of income, nobody should go there. Not somebody should touch it. So Nigeria
Emanate
staying
from the
together.
slaughter. Yeah.
Yes, the Nigeria
It's
staying
at their own
together.
benefit.
Yes, at their own benefit, because their churches, everything, donations, offerings will keep
Will
going.
flourish.
It doesn't matter who is dying anywhere. It doesn't matter to them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't care. They don't care who is dying. Their own is just this people that is asking you to pray cannot ask them to stand in prayer. What we mean serious
Prayer.
prayers. You can't see them. So I am not against them. I am not against anybody's praying. But one thing is this: if we are going to pray, if God is going to answer us without our own input, I think the Israelites, the Jews in Israel today, will not have the kind of uh, war equipment they have. They would have
Exactly.
relied on God and start praying,
On
and then
God.
the Arab country, the Hamas, will wipe them off the map. People don't know that in the dealings of God, most of these pastors also in the dealings of God with man, there are parts that God does, and there are parts that is meant for man. So in the Nigerian Christians will they will leave their own part to God and leave God's own part to God. So when God does his own, when God becomes faithful and does and complete his own part of the deal, and their own part will remain like that, and the enemies will now be operating based on their inavailability on their own part, and they'll be crying. And they'll be crying. When you ask us for something, you do your own part and God will do your own part, the prayer and the answer will complete. When you ask God for protection and God is doing his own and you are running away, getting up and down, it will not work. And that's what's happening here. So
Exactly.
We have, like you said, we have going back to what we are saying, we have seriously the number one citizens. Not even when you have the senior citizens might not be the number
The
one
first
citizen.
class. First class
They might not.
citizens.
Yes, we have first class citizen number one. That is why you see the account in a 200 naira note. You see
Exactly.
their inscription on the Nigerian Army logo. You see the full animal on the, I think, on the passport. And this shows you that yes, you cannot can you drag it. Is the country, the geographical location, let put it, not the real location, the geographical location called Nigeria is their own. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say there.
Yes.
The
Yes.
geographical location, because coming to the real location, boundaries and all that, some people, there's a place they know they cannot, but when they come on paper, come on air, in their own brain, that place called Nigeria geographically is their own. So, and that is why they have made everything look like them, both in governance, in the currency, in the passport, in a way of doing things. Everybody is looking like them. So, my brother, there is nothing else we are dragging here. What we are talking about here is let them release it, Nnamdi Kanu. And
Nnamdi Kanu.
if any one of Igbo person, if you are from the Igbo tribe or from the south or southeast as they call them, and you still see you watch these videos and see how these people are gathering, coming out for peace deal in their full regalia with weapons everywhere, and you see it, you saw everything, and you come out and you still want to support the incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu going further, you are a big fool. You're a big fool. If you see how these people are protecting their own, if you see how these Yoruba people protected Igboho and make sure he's not in prison today, and you feel like, oh, Nnamdi Kanu should continue to be, it doesn't matter who you are a big fool, complete big fool. When will you learn? Nigeria as a country, so-called, is based on game of interest. It is not collective interest. They should understand that. Those evil, foolish politicians should understand that. It's a game of interest, not a collective game of interest, and tribal game of interest. Each tribe is in the game for their own interest. It is only the Igbo man that is in this game that have no interest whatsoever, except money that is coming from the government. That is the only thing that the Igbo man going into politics, he does not understand what it means to go there and speak for the interest of his people. Now, if you look around, you see so much development everywhere, apart from the Igbo side. The Southwest are developing their side. They're not are developing their own side. But the Igbo man, the only thing they can do is just to use the blood of their brother to please the Fulanis in order to get a political position. So shameful, very, very shameful. So that is this. If you begin to talk about these people, we may not leave this place. I am telling you,
Yes,
Dr. David, we may not leave this place. So, but the same thing.
I just want to round up. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So the thing, rounding up, let our people look at the preferential treatment of the number one citizen, the first class citizen, and then understand and choose if they want to become not even the second class citizen, the third, fourth class citizen. Because if you look at how things are happening, these people would rather deal with people from the Niger Delta or South, other than. So if you put it now, let's say the North, first class citizen, the Yoruba, second class citizen, the South, the third class citizen, then the Southeast, fourth class citizen. So if they have chosen, this group that have chosen to become first class citizen, it's good for them, but we reject it. We reject it. It is not. It is not our. It is not our lot. We can't take that. So whatever they are doing, it's not a portion. Whatever they are doing, let them do it on their own. Whatever they are doing, let them do it on their own. But the thing is this: one day, Monkey will go to market. He will not come back. He will not come back.
That's for sure.
He will not return. Sure. He will not return. So let them understand it that there is nothing on earth that lasts long. Consequences must come. If you do good, you get reward. If you do bad, you get consequences. So consequences either from God or from man. That's the thing. Thank you, Dr. David. If they have ear, let them hear.
Of course. Thank you so much, Mazi Biafra Oracle, for being part of today's program. I really appreciate you and our sister Chichi for being part of this program. And Biafrans, wonderful people, lovers of freedom, I thank each and every one of you for being part of this broadcast today. Thank you for joining me. I want you all to understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains our leader, and we must do everything humanly possible to free him from detention. We appreciate Sowore. We appreciate him so much, so immensely, for his contribution for the release of our leader. We appreciate every one of you that participated in that protest. Another protest is loading. The date is not yet released. So we are encouraging everybody to key in, because there is nothing that you can say about Nigeria that has benefited you. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is our own, and we must fight for his freedom. But fighting for the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I want you to remember what he told you 2 weeks before he was kidnapped while he was still in Kenya. He reminded us that this fight was not going to be so easy. And you can attest to that it has not been easy. But then, in as much as we know it cannot be easy, we are not going to fold our hands. We have to continue to fight until we are victorious. We will continue that. So I want you to listen to our leaders' subject.
To understand this very evening, we are facing a very formidable array of enemies, both external and within, and we will overcome each and every one of these obstacles. That I can assure you, that they may know that the God we worship is an invisible God, not a God that was wrought by the hands of men. For we do not worship idol, and we can never ever worship idol. Is impossible. This very family, this IPOB, belongs to the Most High. And that is how it will be until Biafra comes around to eternity. This evening, I want to place it that our enemies are intensifying attack against us from every corner. I am not saying this as lamentation or complaint. I am only trying to prepare our people for what is to come. You are being prepared for what is to come. Time has come to separate the chaff from the wheat itself. Our march is very, very. The enemies are quaking. They are doing all they can to try to stop us. They have failed very woefully, and they will to fail. But I want getting attacks from everywhere, all over the world. And very soon, they will buy of you. Some of you over. The spirit of Okasika and Ifajun are still in some of you. One time they will buy you over. I am not doing this program tonight to ask of you to be strong. I am doing it to remind you, not if they succeed in what we are doing. You can't. You cannot. Not in a trillion years. But I need to appreciate one very simple fact. That at the end of this very race, everybody will testify that indeed Chukwu Abia, the same God of Israel, the same God of Umweri, the same of Ora-Eri, the same God of Owe-Eri, the same God of Arochukwu. Not to be known by the God, one true God. Not only is he omnipotent, that same God is the owner of this very agitation. No human being can stop it. We have enemies, and we need to be very, very, both within and without, very, very careful. The next 2 weeks will be very pivotal. Next 2 weeks will be very, very important in the life, or should I say, in this very mission that we have embarked upon. The devil will do everything, and you are going to watch spectacularly how we are to destroy and shame the enemy. That at the end, every glory and adoration will belong to God and not to man. Now let us go and tell you what is happening, that some of you stand. I want those of you who are hardcore, those who we are chosen before we are born. There were some people who we are chosen before they were born to agitate for Biafra restoration. This is for you. Those who from their mother's womb they were born to do this very work. You must be very, very strong. Because Biafra will open the eyes of black people over the world. Because Biafra will mean that blacks from America, from the Caribbean, from Southern America, they will all flood into Africa. It will be like the time that Yeshua was born. Biafra, the light to become. They will follow it. They will see what is happening there. That is what these nationalists do not want. They don't want Biafra to come. I am telling our people so they understand. The mountains, I didn't say one mountain, mountains in front of us that we need to overcome. For us to overcome it, we need to be very strong mentally, mental strength. Just like when you're doing anything and it appears as if you are being buffeted from everywhere. That is the time that you no longer rely on willpower or muscles. You go to your brain to endure and to persevere and to keep going until you overcome. That is the stage we're right now. To make sure our brain is in gear to confront everything the Janjaweed has to throw at us. We don't have money. Their budget is over $20 billion. They can bribe Facebook, they can buy, they can do anything they like. They can come to some of you and bribe you off. They can promise you what you never had before, and give you maybe a house in Dubai. They can promise you, they can tell you, oh, we'll make you vice president. They can promise you anything to make sure that you're like them. But this very IPOB, this very hardcore is not going to move. And I will tell you why we can't move.
We are not going to budge. We will stand here until freedom is achieved. We will stand here until we are free as a people. We will stand here until we destroy that evil contraption called Nigeria. Because the blood of the innocent that the Nigerian government killed, blood continued to speak. The blood continued to speak.
$4,998. Yeah. Been Uber 85 in a week. The world's still clear. 6,000 run plateau planes. No soldier near. December 25, the killers came. No Christmas cheer. 140 building Christmas raids. Churches crushed, bones. Pregnant mother, toddler child, no names, just stones. They danced on pews with blood. tried to build. They smiled while they shot and still they call it clash. The blood still speaks. It forget, it don't forgive. It cried red. Blood still speaks. It stains the ground, marks the map. It won't back down. The blood still speaks. You'll hear it now, not just the sound of truth aloud. They gave jobs to those who killed us, built houses for the burned. But our mothers sleeping through it, our church is still unreturned. They call them reform fighters, we call them neighbors, we bury the ties, they rebrand the deep. And every time we cry for help, they quote us stats and peace. But you can't plan hope on justice is deceased. The blood speaks in burning feet, in cold smoke, in Gaza's hills. Still speaks in Sunday shoes, still soaked in red inside the pews. Blood still speaks from girl to God, from grave to from ash to heart. Killed us slow, they named it war, they blamed it tried, they closed the door. But we know true, it bleeds then burns, it waits in wells, it all turns. So build your silence tall and proud. Our will put it down out loud. But still speaks. The blood roars, it shakes the dome, breaks the speaks. From every name you failed, still flaming. Still speaks. No revenge for the king of this will not be shame, will not be silence, will not be blamed. And it is your name. We are still here. We are not the end. We are the witness. The blood still